Hi there, my name is Tracy and this is the 3-Wick Thesis candle channel. Today I have for you an unboxing lit review of Goose Creek's recently released collection called Embrace the Escape. There are 5 candles in this collection. One of them is new and the new fragrance is Vacation Vanilla. So I'm going to give you insights into the wax, wicks, jar and label, talk about the scent notes, cold impression. I'm going to go out and burn all of these and do a first burn impression and talk about strength, throw, and how the scent evolves on warm. I did already unbox these because these were shipped with my SpongeBob order, which if you haven't already checked out that review, I'll put a link in the description below. So if you want to see me open the box on this one, it's in that video. Right now I just have them sitting in a crate next to me and I'm going to pull from the crate. I have not sniffed any of these. This is definitely my first impression. And I'm already noticing some of the jar lids are a little janky, so classic Goose Creek sending me a product that's scraped up a little bit. Yeah, this one has chipped paint on it. I don't know what's going on with the quality control over there lately, y'all. So this one is Strawberry Daiquiri. I do really like these labels. So what you've got here, and I don't know if that's going to come through, but you have like this ombre color. So you go from like a yellow, creamy, up to a pink, kind of a soft pastel pink. And then the ombre part is matte finish, so it's not shiny at all, and you kind of get some texture, matte texture to it. And then the florals, which it looks like there's like a monstera leaf here, these are like glossy white, almost looks like it's painted on like a, I don't know, like nail art or something. Just very fine print, detailed florals. So gorgeous, and I think that's going to be really pretty when lit. This one has a monstera leaf gold foil here at the front of the label. Yeah, really pretty. White lid, and the lid does have some damage. You can see, I don't know if that'll come up. There's a little chip in the paint right here. So the lid's been through it. It just looks like it got like nicked by another jar. Scent notes are juicy strawberries, sugared citrus, and island daiquiri. It's okay. This doesn't smell like a daiquiri to me, though. I mean, you could try to convince me this was like a virgin daiquiri, but even then, it doesn't smell like a virgin daiquiri to me either. I mean, you get the like macerated, squishy, extra ripe strawberry vibe that you would have in a blended beverage, but I was expecting it to smell more like a cocktail and get a hint of something boozy in there. And it almost reads to me like a strawberry shortcake. There's something like too sweet about it that almost reads vanilla. Yeah, this smells more like a dessert candle to me. That's just bizarre. I don't really get citrus either. Of course, to be clear, I'm sometimes nose blind to citrus, so it might be in there. I might just not be smelling it. Yeah, this just smells like a gourmand candle, like some sort of strawberry dessert. Where's the rum? I want to know. Yeah, daiquiris have rum, right? I always get daiquiris confused with other beverages. Yeah, rum is in a daiquiri. I think I get it confused with margaritas, which have tequila. Yeah, I don't get a rum note. So it says island daiquiri. I'm expecting some island rum, but it's not there. We'll see. Maybe it'll change on warm. White wax, and these are their thin, stiff, ropey wicks. I'm still excited to try it. It's not really what I was expecting. This lid also has some issues. There's some discoloration. See if I can get that to come through. You can kind of see the shadows here. It's almost like a circular shadow pattern that looks like it's been, like the paint got scuffed up or didn't quite set properly. And then there's also some paint bubbles. There you go, you can see it right here. Paint bubbles on the lid. Also looks like it, like air came to the surface after it was painted. So I wouldn't want to gift this, is my point. It's a little bit annoying. Also looks like the label on this one, yeah, the adhesive looks weird. It's like discolored. You can see discoloration here and here. Right here. It looks dirty. It's not. I think it's below the label. So definitely, again, some quality control issues with these candles. Similar design, you've got the ombre, only this one is more of an orange ombre. Same florals, similar design, also has the Monstera leaf on it. And this one is Sunlit Sands. Scent notes are bronzed coconut, island banana, ripe mango, and warm sands. You know, for being something that I thought would smell like sunscreen, I actually really like this. It's sweet, and it does feel lotiony, but it's also smells very edible. I'm guessing that's coming from the banana. You definitely get like a solar vibe, like it smells like sunshine. It doesn't make any sense, but like when you're out on a warm day and it just smells warm, that's how this feels. And I feel like I get a hint of something bright in here. I'm not sure what warm sands is supposed to be. I get the sweetness from the mango. I feel like I'm getting hints of the banana, but I'm also getting something bright that almost smells like a pineapple or a papaya. But that also could be my brain like messing with me because this feels so tropical that I might be registering things that aren't there. Yeah, I like that. It's very warm, very summery, very beachy. Not too sunscreeny. Happy to have that one and give it a try. And we have another damaged lid. So this one, same discoloration, but there's also a lot of scrapes on it. So you can see there's scrapes over here. And there's more over here. I'm trying to get the camera at the right angle with the light. Again, I wouldn't want to gift this. It's actually pretty bad up here. You can see all the paint has been scratched off. And the label has that same weird kind of dirty adhesive look here. This one isn't as bad as the last one, but it does have a little bit of that. More of a yellow ombre or like yellow cream. This is the new fragrance, Vacation Vanilla. Scent notes are tiara petals, and I think that's actually right. Let me see. How do you say it?
Tiara.
Yeah, tiara.
Tiara.
Tiara petals. Sheer sands. What would I do without Google? Seriously. And vanilla orchid. Ooh, I like this one. Wow, this smells like something else that came out recently. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Gosh, this cardboard dust. Let me tell you, it set off my air purifier when I opened this box. I mean, it was just completely covered in cardboard. My cat started having like the sniffles, and now I'm sneezing. You know, people always are like, "Oh, aren't you worried about the soot getting into your lungs?" I'm like, not really. I'm worried about the cardboard dust getting into my lungs from sniffing these damn things out of the box. Yeah, okay, let me get back to this. I digress. Okay, so you get vanilla, and it's definitely a vanilla orchid because it reads kind of perfumey and almost like body care lotion vanilla. Again, I get like this warm essence that might be coming from like the sheer sands. It just feels like I'm on the beach. It's very beachy, very summery. And then the Polynesian gardenia that's in here, the tiara petals, is very light. You just get like a hint of floral. So if you're off put by gardenia, I wouldn't let that stop you from trying this one. I get more orchid than anything, which tends to read a little sharp, a little bitter, a little powdery to me. But perfumey, pretty, soft, smooth, warm. I think I'll like that one. White wax. And the same stiff, ropey wicks. I don't remember if I showed you the wax on the other one. Yeah, I still like the smell of that one. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be the same wax colors and same wicks. And now the nose is running. It's trying to flush out that cardboard dust. Oh, this jar is beautiful. Summer Moon. The ombre on this is gorgeous. So it starts with kind of this like creamy color, transitions into pastel pink, and then into like a bluish purple. It literally looks like a sunset. Absolutely gorgeous. And I don't see the same discoloration on this one. There's just a little bit on this side over here, but the adhesive doesn't look as much of a mess on this candle And the lid is good, y'all. The lid looks okay on this one. The scent notes are midnight moss, moonlit vetiver, warm patchouli, and lavender leaves. I'm a little bit worried about this one because of the moss, but I love patchouli, I love vetiver, and I love lavender, so I think it's gonna be okay. Or not. Oh no. Yeah, it's a moss candle. Oh no. Yeah, I don't like it. Oh, I'm so sad. I thought for sure the vetiver, patchouli, and lavender would win out over the moss. It's a very strong mossy note. If you like moss, you will like this candle. It's dirty, it's earthy, it's cologne-y. Yeah, I feel like I get a hint of the patchouli in the background. It's fighting so hard to come forward. But with a base note, I feel like it's just adding a layer of warmth that's just not coming through at all. And if the lavender is in there, yeah, I get a hint of it, but it's somehow amplifying the cologne-ness of the moss. I don't like this at all. Y'all, I don't think I'm going to burn this. Yeah, this is going to be a scent back for me, which makes me sad because the jar is gorgeous, but I know for a fact that I'm going to hate this, and I don't want to burn it. I don't want to smell this in my house. So this one will not be a part of the lit review, but know that if you like moss candles, you'll like this one. Oh, such a disappointment. I wanted a patchouli candle with that jar. Okay, last one is Soothing Coconut. And this one has kind of like a green ombre. It almost looks like it goes to blue at the top. And you'll have to forgive my lighting today. It is cloudy, which is very unusual for Northern California. So mostly blue sky, and then there's these big puffy white clouds, and when the white clouds cover the sun, it immediately gets really dark. So I do have a light on, but then I feel like when the sun comes back out, it's really bright. It just got dark again, so if that's messing with the visuals, I apologize. It's just the environment. Yeah, label on this one looks pretty good. Just a little bit of discoloration around the leaves here. Otherwise, the label looks alright. And the jar, the lid, yeah, mostly good. It looks like there's just a little bit of a, it's not really a bubble. I don't even know if that's going to show up. It just looks like, you know, like when you apply nail polish and you gunked it up and there's too much on there. It looks like that. White wax, ropey wicks. I'm realizing I didn't show you the wax on the moss one. Same. So this whole collection has the same lid, same wax, same wicks. Soothing Coconut has milky coconut, creamy vanilla, sweet orange, and island rain. This is really pretty. I get coconut first, and it's definitely a milky coconut. It does feel almost like a smoothie coconut or like a coconut ice cream that's melted. It's definitely creamy. I wouldn't say it's like body care creamy. It still feels edible creamy. Or maybe like a coconut cream that you would use for like baking. You get the vanilla. And the orange is in there, but it's not super strong. You get a hint of brightness. It almost reads like an orange drink powder. Yeah, it's there. I just feel like it's getting overwhelmed by the creamy vanilla and milky coconut that's in here. It's very subtle. And I don't know if I'm picking up on anything aquatic. There's like a hint of like earthy sweetness. And maybe that's what Island Rain is supposed to be. It's interesting. I haven't smelled one like this before. I kind of like the combination of the orange and the coconut, and it feels a little bit on cold, like maybe it's trying to emulate Sunlit Glow. So we'll see how it does on warm, because I'm hoping this one has less of a sunscreen vibe to it. But I'm ready to give this one a try. So I'm going to go light 4 of these. That poor Summer Moon, I just can't do it. Too mossy, so this one you won't see lit, but the other 4 you will. I'll be right back after the cut to share with you my warm impressions on first burn. All right, y'all, I am back after having spent a couple of days testing these candles out. I did light them in my typical laboratory space. For those of you who are new here, that is a converted single car garage, no windows, doors sealed off. So it can concentrate the fragrance quite a bit. So just keep that in mind that if you've got windows open, it's not going to be as strong. If you have an air conditioner or fan blowing, heater running, it might actually improve the throw on these. And also that these are just first burn impressions, and sometimes it can take candles 1 to 3 burns for them to bloom and really start to throw and gain strength. Okay, I'm going to start by ranking my least favorite and then moving towards my most favorite. There's 5 here, so number 5, no big surprise, which maybe isn't even fair because I didn't like this thing, is Summer Moon. I didn't light it, so I can't speak to its strength or throw on warm. However, on cold, this smells pretty strong to me, so I have a feeling it would be strong on warm. That's kind of the way that fragrances that have moss in it work for me. I didn't burn this one. I thought about it too. I was like, you know what, I can give it a try, but it's just really not my thing. So have no feedback on warm or what it looks like lit. I haven't touched it. But if you like mossy, woodsy cologne-y fragrances, you'll really like this one. I wish that this label was in a different one because I love the label on that. Number 4, I ranked Soothing Coconut. This one, good strength. I would say the throw was average, so if I was sitting next to it at the desk, I feel like I got a strong sense of the candle, but coming down into the space, it wasn't super strong, and I was kind of searching for the fragrance a little bit. I would say that this is just a classic coconut fragrance. Again, like all the other coconut ones I've been sniffing lately, I don't really feel like there's anything particularly unique about this. It's just a very smooth, warm, I feel like the vanilla really helps to warm up the coconut a little bit. You do also get, it's like a sense of like freshness or lightness from the citrus. On cold, I feel like I get more of that kind of brightness, almost like a tangy, powdery orange drink vibe from it. But when it heats up, I feel like it ends up just kind of smelling like a juicy coconut body care item. So it does evolve on warm. I think I like it better on warm than I did on cold. And then it has this scent note, Island Rain, and in my notes I put rain ? I don't know what that fragrance is. I don't smell anything other than coconut and what feels kind of perfumey, juicy body care vibe. So I don't know what the rain note's supposed to be in here. I was searching for it and couldn't find it on warm. But it's still a nice fragrance. It's not a bad fragrance. It's just the next 3 are much better in this collection. So if you like coconut, you like vanilla, I would pick that one up. But for me, the other 3 were just better on warm. Strawberry Daiquiri I ranked as number 3, and I did have a little bit of like torn feelings about this one being 3 or 4, and that's because, well, several reasons. One, this is pretty light on strength. I was actually surprised by how little I could smell this when it was next to me, and also the throw suffered. Maybe 3 feet from my desk I could smell it, so this is a very light candle. If you're looking for a lighter throw, lighter strength, fruity scent for summer, this would be your go-to, unless it comes to life in the next 2 or 3 burns, but the impression I'm getting is that this is not going to be a powerhouse. I get more of, I know it's Strawberry Daiquiri, but I get more of like a strawberry jam vibe with this candle, and the berry note that's in it reminds me a little bit of the berry note that's in the PB&J candle. That one, it has like a sense of creaminess to it because of the peanut butter that this one doesn't have, but something about the berry notes felt familiar to me, and I hit on that candle. And then also there is a creaminess to this candle, but it's not peanut butter creamy. It just kind of feels like beachy creamy. I don't know how else to describe it. It doesn't really necessarily, yeah, it doesn't read like coconut. It almost reads like a vanilla icing of some sort, not a buttercream. It's not rich, it's not gourmandy, but there's something in here that's smoothing out the kind of sharpness and brightness that can come from fruit sometimes. I wrote down that this was pleasant, but does not equal daiquiri. This does not smell anything like a mixed drink to me. I don't get a sense that this is a cocktail. There's no rum note in this. This smells more like a strawberry smoothie to me. And that, again, that's not a bad thing. It's just like, I feel like it's missold by the label. I would not repurchase this one. I think there are better strawberries on the market. However, this is a very pleasant fragrance. I'm going to enjoy burning it while I have it. And if you want a lower strength, lower throw strawberry candle that's a fresh strawberry with a little bit of sweet creaminess, pick it up. Okay, number 2, I ranked Vacation Vanilla. This is their new fragrance. And one of y'all asked me in the comment section on my post about this collection whether or not this was a repackage of the luxury line candle That's So Vanilla. I will say that on cold, they smell very similar. You definitely get a hint of whatever is in the That's So Vanilla that's a little bit perfumey or like body care-esque. However, on warm, this one doesn't compare. There's definitely shared DNA. I think you could argue that this is like the little sister of That's So Vanilla, and if you want a more affordable version of That's So Vanilla that comes really close, this would be a good choice for you. But honestly, I've finished off of That's So Vanilla and I've burned this one. I would pay extra for the That's So Vanilla. One, because it throws better. This one had decent throw, but it wasn't super strong, whereas the That's So Vanilla is a powerhouse for being a vanilla candle. And then in terms of strength on this one, I would say it's medium, but kind of leaning towards the low side in terms of strength. Whereas That's So Vanilla, it has some power. It's definitely got some strength. So there are some similarities, but I feel like this one, the perfume note that's in That's So Vanilla is turned down. You don't get as much of the perfumey body care essence to it, and you get more of a gourmandy vanilla in there. But again, these are very close, and I think the perfuminess is probably coming from the tiara petals and maybe the vanilla orchid in this one. But overwhelmingly, this smells more like a sweet vanilla with a hint of floral. So it's definitely vanilla forward. I also get a body care vibe from this, but it reads more of like a body care, like body cream. It doesn't read like a perfume or body mist to me. So there's something creamy about it as well as just a hint perfumey. I like it. I'm going to enjoy burning it. But if given the entire line of Goose Creek options, I wouldn't choose this one over That's So Vanilla. I would choose That's So Vanilla first. That means number 1 is Sunlit Sands. Now this one, I was a little bit surprised I liked this one so much because it is also a coconut candle, but I really like how this smells on warm. It feels very feminine to me, and that you get this kind of light perfumey note, and I'm looking, it's got to be coming from what they're describing as warm sands, because there's nothing else in here. There's no florals that would make this smell perfumey, but I get a light perfumey note to it, but then with that coconut and the mango and the banana, it ends up reading as this like really creamy fruit note, and it's a little bit ambiguous. The banana and the mango are both sweet. This isn't your traditional banana fragrance. It's not gonna hit you in the face with like, wow, that's a banana candle. It's just a subtle sweetness that's fruity, and it's really pleasant. It's enjoyable, and it's not off-putting at all. So it just ends up smelling kind of creamy, fruity, beachy, and a little bit perfumey, and I really, really like it. I would say this is more of like a fresher note. It feels very body care-esque, and in terms of strength, medium. It wasn't super strong, but it also wasn't light, but it did have low throw, which is sad. It's disappointing. I really wanted this to fill the space, and it really kind of just hovered around the desk. Again, hoping this comes to life, because if this does, this would be a repurchase, and so far, of all the now like 30 coconut candles that I've bought and smelled, this has been one of my favorites, mostly because I feel like it's unique. It does something different with that fruit note and the hint of perfuminess from whatever this warm sands note is that's in there. So I do recommend this one if you haven't already purchased it. It's really nice. It's going to be a very good one to have around during the summer. It feels very beachy and just very pleasant. All right, y'all, that is the conclusion of this lit review episode. Let me know in the comments if you've bought these either this year or last year. What has been your experience with these candles? Which one is your favorite? If you have any insights into Summer Moon, put those in the comments if you get a chance, because I think my viewers might want more insights that I'm not able to give them. Be great to just share in community and have diverse perspectives on these candles so that people can make the best decision for themselves. If you appreciated this content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That always makes me feel good and it motivates me to keep creating content like this. And if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you move on to your next YouTube video. It helps to grow my channel and supports me in the long run. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.